Twitch partner Melonie Mac has been banned again. I mean, this person has been banned more times than anyone I'm familiar with. Feels like she's getting banned every couple of months. So when you click on this link, it brings you here. And this is the ban information for not just the ban right now, but the history of Melanie's bans. And you might be asking yourself, well, what was she banned for exactly? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I actually have the video that I have personally edited myself for tonight's stream because I didn't want to be affected by it. So this is the clip shared by Melonie Mac herself on her X, which I am still blocked by her because apparently there is no scorn like a woman's scorn. And I'm still banned or blocked from her because she doesn't like me reporting on my feelings on situations if they don't align with her goals. But that's fine. So here we go. This is Melonie Mac and her reason why she got banned. And I want you to listen to this with the idea in mind of, do you think she's absolutely wasted, like drunk? Because when I heard this, I'm like, she is beyond drunk. She's like faced. Now, she might not be. It's just, this is my opinion of listening to her. It sounds like she had a lot to drink and then went on a stream. So hear this out.
People want to pretend all these fake genders and stuff, for attention, but nobody cares. Nobody actually likes it. Surprise, nobody bought it. If I'm going to spend money on a skin, I want my character to look cool. I want my character to look awesome.
Now, remember, this is the same Melonie Mac that has me blocked for the reason of me pointing out her hypocrisy, where she didn't like, what was it, the first Descendant with the girl with the gun with kind of the dancing and her butt shaking back and forth with a bikini bottom on or whatever. Apparently that was too pornographic, too sexual for Melanie's thoughts, and she just couldn't have that. So her idea of a skin to purchase is, listen again.
My character to look cool.
I want him to look cool. Could someone out there please help me? What does a character looking cool look like?
I want my character to look awesome.
What does the word awesome mean? And now wait for the next one. Ready for this?
Want my character to look hot.
Has she learned nothing? Has she learned nothing? I want my character to look hot. This is the same Melonie Mac that was getting angry at people covering a situation where she was trying to get games banned and get pornography out of games and get pornography banned. She's saying she wants her skin to make the character look hot. So we have a very finite definition of what that is, and you got to toe this line. And apparently, Melonie Mac is the arbiter of truth when it comes to what is hot compared to what is sexy. And I'm not even joking when I say that. It reminds me of that Office episode with, who's that actress? When they put the picture of the actress up, and it's like, she's hot. No, she's sexy. No, she's hot. I'm like, what even is the difference here? What are we doing? But listen to how she catches herself being hypocritical, and she's like, oh wait, let me catch myself here.
Not pornographic when I say hot.
Not pornographic when I say hot. I want, when I'm buying the skin, I want him to look cool. I want him to look awesome. I want him to look hot. I don't want him to look pornographic. I mean, I guess that's kind of like the eye of the beholder.
But hot. I ain't playing as some Why would I pay money to play as a in a game? Why would I do that? You mean like they should be paying money to anybody who uses this skin? They should be like, please play this skin. We will give you money to play this. We really need to push this agenda. So please, we'll give you $5 to play as this. I don't even think people would do it for $5.
Okay, so that's the clip. And when I say she sounds absolutely faced, do you see what I mean? She might not be, in all fairness. She might just be this way. But when I hear her talk, it sounds like my drunk uncle. That's what it sounds like. And I think everyone can relate to that somewhere in their life. Might not be their uncle, but some sort of family member that just drinks at all the gatherings and they just always talk like that. It's like, I almost hope she's drunk, because if this is her sober, yikes.
When I say hot, but hot.
So she doubles down right here.
Hot. I ain't playing as some.
And I bleeped out the F slur because that's not welcome on X or YouTube. I legit don't care if it's going to be played, but it's more for algorithm purposes.
Not pornographic when I say hot, but hot.
Not pornographic when I say hot, but hot.
I ain't playing as some. Why would I pay money to play as a in a game? Why would I do that?
So her argument is she doesn't want to pay for a skin that makes you look like a gay person, which, okay, fair. But her counter argument is where it falls apart, where it's like, oh, it has to fit this exact detail of what the person has to look like, or else it needs to be banned as well, because it's just as bad as being gay. If they're too sexy, that's basically gay. I can't make this shit up. So anyways, she has 7 total bans. Her last ban was today, 12 hours ago. Her longest ban lasted for 14 days, and her ban is on Twitch. As far as I understand, she is still on YouTube. This is a straight up Twitch ban. And that is starting today, and we don't know how long the ban is going to last. But based off of the history, we could assume it's going to be somewhere between 7 and 14 days. She's been banned February 23rd, 2024, May 10th, 2024, August 2nd, 2024, September 5th, 2024, January 31st, 2025, March. It's almost like she gets banned. Almost like she has a spur gout every, like, almost on the dot, every 2 to 4 months. It's almost like you could clock it to based off of how long she's been since her last ban. And they varied between 14 days and 7 days. The last one was 7 days. The one before that was 14, then 7, 7, 14, 14. So this one, I have no idea what it's going to be, but at least 7, I think, is safe. But yeah, Melonie Mac has been banned. And I said on X with this clip, I said, why does she sound like my drunk uncle? Melonie Mac has been banned on Twitch again. Tebow Minimal Effort Gaming says that's not altered. And I said, just muted the F slur out, but this video is from her own account. Words of Paradise, shout out to Leon. As much as I love roasting Mel these days, this is legit sad. Someone got to check on her. Like, that's the other thing, by the way. Like, if it really is alcohol, like if this really is something affecting her, that is like a legit concern that I hope she's able to get the help she needs, because yikes. Jay Viper, who's in the chat right now, says she's on the bottle. Our dog says she needs help. And I said, she needs Jesus. Kilted Cajun, what the fuck? I thought you were being hyperbolic, but wow, she does sound drunk. Does she legit need a wellness checkup? There's some alcohol or drugs going on there for sure. Defino says, I'd still smash. Cody says, internet encourages stupidity. one time and it's a slip up, multiple times, and you're doing it to be rude. Kaguya's top gal says she needs Christ. Chrono says allegedly. Yes, allegedly. Allegedly. Mr. B says, why mute the F-bombs? It gives its pizzazz. Trust me, guys. If I had my way, I would not be muting it. It's just when you do that, you start to get silenced by algorithms. That's why I do it. It is a situation that is currently developing right now. If there is a situation happening with her, I'm being genuine when I say this. My heart goes out, and I hope she's able to get the help she needs. Because when I saw this come through, I was just like, that ain't normal. That ain't normal at all. This is her account. Me and Kanye got banned from Twitch the same day. Where's her? Here's the video that she posted. This is on her account. She said, this got me banned on Twitch. They draw the line on they, them slander. Mind you, the community lead identifies as non-binary. Coincidence? I mean, they've made it readily apparent that that word's not gonna fly. I don't necessarily agree with it, but it's their platform and they are allowed to do what they want with it. Again, I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. At least X lets it go. Apparently, I thought that they started hiding those, but nope. So her whole replies is filled with people saying that over and over again. But a lot of people obviously in here simping for her, which I mean, I get they're fans of her, but again, like this one, Melanie, you are amazing. Absolutely the best clip on X. They should be paying you to keep producing this amazing content. Never stop, never change. You rock. I'm like, bro, if she is like on something allegedly here, I would not be encouraging it. That's what I'm worried about. And if she's not, this is just how she is. I don't know what's worse. But yeah, that's the current saga with Melonie Mac going on right now and going to be banned, I would imagine, for at least 7 days, but potentially upwards of 14 or even more, seeing as she's been banned a total of 7 times in the past 2 years, which is a lot. You would think being banned once or twice would be enough to start extending that beyond the 14 days. But hey, that's Twitch. And if you're making money for them, they're not gonna say no to you. But yeah, anyway, I'll leave that there. Let me catch up with the supers because we had a lot of people had a lot to say on this situation. Ravixi for the DKK20 says she sounds drunk and contradicting herself. Yes, she honestly, the more I see clips of her, the more I see her contradict herself in a sentence over and over again. But this is the first time that I've actually heard her where I'm like, she's like slurring her words, and it's not sounding logical. So there is some concern there. Adam Wofford for a month says, I'm watching Kino Casino and you on the side. She's old and dried up. Shout out to you, Adam. And yeah, I saw Kino was live tonight too. I was watching them for a little bit before Hypno. When Kino goes live, sometimes they do like 8 to 10 hour live streams. Like, bro, that's legit. Damn, that is a full-time job. Like when I stream for 4 to 5 hours, I am wiped. I could only imagine streaming for 10 hours. Yikes. And they bring the energy too. So props to them. They are legit. Pro all the way. Mr. Melancholy for the 10 banger. What's her definition of hot? If it's too hot, it's corn. But she doesn't want them looking ugly? Make up your mind, Melanie. I'm surprised she's on Twitch. Well, again, I think Twitch is just wanting what they consider attractive women, because that's kind of what Twitch has turned into over the past, I don't know, ever since Twitch started. And it's the only thing that consistently brings them money. So as much as they try to act holier than thou when it comes to this stuff, they're not. They will do whatever brings them the money at the end of the day. Thank you for the 10 banger. Appreciate you. We got Hypernauts for the California 2 says She's on that Jerusalem juice. Thank you for your donation. We got Crispy for the 5 banger. Says she's just on a 10-year grief phase ever since they turned Laura into Larry Croft. That, I mean, even me, I'm still not over that whole situation. That pissed me off. And I'm not nearly as big of a Tomb Raider fan as Melonie Mac is. So, yeah. We got Usleys for the Sec 50. Says, I don't see any different from Alyssa and Melanie at all. Both is just the same narcissistic witches with no talent, only gets money from the simps. I would argue that Melanie does far better in that realm when it comes to getting money from simps. But outside of that, I'd agree that, yes, they're just same people on two opposite ends of a spectrum. If you've ever heard of horseshoe theory, I would put both of them on both sides of the ends of the horseshoe where they start coming closer together because they're so far apart. We got Dragon for the 5 banger. Says Pharisees have their own problems. They absolutely do. That's wise words, by the way, by Dragon. Big Buddhist for another ton. Says she's drunk as a skunk. It's hard to fake sober. When I'm talking to friends of friends on Twitch, they're always like, you sound high. Then my friend goes, her name is Big Buddhist for a reason. Yeah, I'd agree, by the way. I'd agree. Shout out to you for the 10 bagger. Big Boost. Appreciate your support. We got Frostfang for the 5. Says, I can change Melanie, but I need a high percentage amounts of alcohol bottles and massive funds. I can change. I think you mean comma. I can change comma, Melanie, but I need a high percentage of. There you go. Okay, I gotcha. And yes. Benjamin Long for the 2 bangers says she is demonically possessed by spirits. I wonder if she'd take offense to that. Like, you're the one calling everyone else possessed. Melanie, you're the possessed one. Francisco the Disco for the 5 banger says that's not drinking. That's her putting on those annoying, klutzy, cute girl voices that VTubers do when I can't stand to listen to. Pushing 40, by the way. I can see where that's coming from, but the way it starts getting slurred really bad towards the end, I start to change my mind where I'm like, I don't know. I feel like there might be more going on here beyond just trying to fake a VTuber voice. Because I've heard her before, but I've never heard her slur her words as bad as she did in that clip. I was like, yeesh. Jacrispy for the 2 says, the lady doth protest too much, methinks. She certainly does. She certainly does. Damage Control 54 for the 10 banger says, as a professional drinker, oh, by the way, me too. So cheers to that. And drug user. I'm not a drug user, but I am a drinker. On many substances, this ain't both. She's feeding her own illness. I would be surprised if her church is about to drop her. Wait, as a professional drinker and drug user on many substances, this ain't both. So you mean it's one of the two? She's feeding her own illness. I would be surprised if her church is about to drop her. Like I said, I think there's something going on. There's definitely something going on. And I wonder if this ban is going to spiral something. We got Pure Fred for the 5 banger says, hey, JT, I'm a big fan of you and Melanie. I must have missed what happened. I don't see anything wrong with her. How can you educate me? Thanks. I don't know. Rewind the stream like 15 minutes. Probably the best way. There's a clip that has surfaced and on her own X that is her dropping the F slur over and over again and slurring her words. And it just strikes me as a little bit odd, we'll say. Like there's something potentially going on beyond what we can see on the camera. And I hope if there is, I hope she's able to get the help she needs, if that's the case. Just in time for the 2 banger says, sheesh, not as think as I am, as drunk I am. Dash Kamala. Shout out to Just in Time. Appreciate you, bro. We are all caught up. War Maniac says it's not a slur, it's a term of endearment. I'd agree with that. In certain context, but you see me dealing with an algorithm god that is fighting me right now because of kneecaps. So I need to be extremely careful with my choice of words because the algorithm god knows all and decides all, regardless of what you care about.